Welcome back to the Power 5, everybody, where we are running hot. Big thanks to everyone that joined me over at WagerTalk.com for a monster 5-0 sweep on Tuesday. I'm now a red hot 16-4 overall the last 7 days. A few of those premium selections were featured on yesterday's show. Went 4-1 with the free plays on the Power 5 yesterday. So go ahead, smash that like button if you've been enjoying it. Before we get to some of the free plays for Wednesday, I'll let you know I have already posted a big bet for tonight on my page, wt.buzz/BP. We'll be telling you more about that in just a minute or two. But first, a reminder that at any time you can go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts on the plays I'm about to run through. Once again, I will start over in England with a little Premier League action. I went 2-0 yesterday in the EPL, now 6-1 my last 7 soccer selections overall. No surprise there. Over the last 10 months, number 1 in soccer at WagerTalk. If you caught yesterday's show, you got my 2% play on the over in Southampton Chelsea for free. Now 24, 10, and 1 last 35 soccer totals. But for this afternoon, I like Tottenham plus the half a goal at home against Man City. This one takes place 2:30 Eastern on Peacock. For those of you that follow the Premier League, you already know that this is simply not the same City team we've been accustomed to seeing in years past. Forget about winning a fifth straight Premier League title. They may not even finish top 4 this season. Erling Haaland may be set to miss a third consecutive match today. Without him, City have lost to both Real Madrid and Liverpool. Now, those are obviously 2 of the top teams in the world. We all understand this. But Tottenham, they come in as winners of 3 in a row. I cashed with them on Saturday against Ipswich Town, admittedly a much weaker opponent. But you look at the season, Tottenham, I've said this before, they should be higher in the table. They have the same year-to-date goal differential as does Man City, plus 15. They've also already beaten City twice this season, once in the EFL Cup. Get this, guys. City have won just 2 of their last 6 matches overall, and one of them was against third-tier Leyton Orient in the FA Cup. Just 2 of their last 9 away, City has won. Those were against relegation-threatened Leicester City and Ipswich Town, so give me the half goal in this one. Let's now turn to college basketball, where I have a lot for you today. If you like college basketball, you're in luck. There's no NBA for Wednesday on today's show, just a heads up. First up in college hoops will be NC State plus 1.5 at Syracuse, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. I understand NC State having a really bad season. Remember, they made the Final Four last year. But the Wolfpack are coming off an 83-75 upset win over Wake Forest this past Saturday. They were 4-point underdogs for that one. Second win in 3 games after a 9-game losing skid. But this is more about wanting to fade Syracuse when they are not an underdog. The Orange have been favored by more than a point just once in ACC play. That was against BC, and they needed OT for a 95-86 win and cover there. I think NC State can go into the Carrier Dome and surprise tonight. Take them plus 1.5. Up next, Penn State, Indiana, 8:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network. Similar deal to Syracuse in that I want to fade Indiana as a favorite. The Hoosiers are coming off the big win over Purdue on Sunday. Now they are laying 6.5 to a Penn State team that I cashed with last Wednesday, a blowout win over Nebraska. Nittany Lions have since made it back-to-back victories. They beat Minnesota over the weekend. Remember, Indiana was down 12 at the half in that game against Purdue. They've not been favored in a game, guys, since January 2nd. So it's a good time to fade, in my opinion. It's maybe the ugliest of the bunch today, but I like Butler getting 7.5 at home versus number 7 St. John's, 9 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Yes, St. John's can clinch their first Big East title since 1992 with the win here, but I feel it's a bit of a sell high spot, perhaps after the big win against UConn on Sunday. Head coach Rick Pitino called that, quote, our best game both offensively and defensively all season. So it stands to reason the Red Storm won't be quite as good tonight, and they're on the road facing a Butler team that's won 4 of its last 5 games. Kaderi Richmond's banged up. That's well known. Butler, this is less known, but it certainly factors into the handicap. Butler's number 1 in the Big East defending the three-point line. Meanwhile, the Johnnies are dead last in the conference in shooting it from behind the arc. So that's one key edge to the underdog there. And finally, give me Arizona State plus 4.5 at home versus BYU, 9:30 Eastern on ESPN+. BYU really stole one against Arizona last time out. Back-to-back questionable calls from the officials sort of handed the Cougars that 1-point victory. I think it's fair to say that. While it's now 4 wins in a row for BYU, and they've covered the spread in all 4 of those wins, do you really feel comfortable calling for them to win back-to-back road games? I do not. Arizona State, meanwhile, just snapped a 6-game losing skid by beating Kansas State on the road Sunday. Very impressive that they were able to hold the Wildcats to just 54 points in that one. BYU not the same away from Provo. To my earlier point, they're just 4-5 straight up in true road games. I will fade them as road favorites tonight. Quick recap of the Power Five for you here on Wednesday. In the EPL, we like Tottenham getting the half goal at home against Man City. College basketball, we like NC State plus 1.5 at Syracuse. Penn State plus 6.5 at Indiana. Butler plus 7.5 versus St. John's. Arizona State plus 4.5 versus BYU. Reminder, smash that like button if you agree with those plays. Comment down below with any questions or concerns you may have. Let me know if there's a game that you'd like my opinion on. I'd be happy to share. Also, if you just like to let us know what you're betting on, feel free to do that as well. We enjoy seeing that. Now, I do have a 5% max bet currently available for purchase at wt.buzz/BP, so let's all get excited. Already mentioned it was a 5-0 sweep on Tuesday. I'm 16-4 overall the past 7 days, also 17-6 last 23 in college hoops, so seeing it well. All three plays yesterday in college basketball, those being Marquette, Georgia, and Illinois, cashed by double digits. So far in 2025, I'm 6-2 with 5% plays. That includes Ohio State over Oregon in the Rose Bowl, Eagles in the Super Bowl. So do not miss this 5% play in college basketball tonight. I did win my last one this past Saturday with Arkansas beating Missouri. That is going to do it for Wednesday's edition of the Power 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Reminder to click subscribe if you already haven't done that. Until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.